Today, in this video, we will learn about single level inheritance, multi-level inheritance, and multiple inheritance. Okay. After watching this video, you will learn these things. I can guarantee you that. Just watch from the beginning to the end. Okay. I have simply created a class called animal. Okay, and I have put a feature something like. Okay, and I have created another class. Okay. I will make you understand through my mistakes so that you will not forget it. So now, okay, there are two classes. Okay, one is class animal and one is class dog. Okay, and we make an object called dog. It is sure that dog will be able to access the bark feature. Okay, Python, if you will just do Python and if you will run this code, yes, the dog can access the bark feature. Okay, but could the dog access the eat feature? Because dog also eats something. We will do that. It will show an error or throw an error. Okay, it is showing an error. So why it is showing an error? Because we have defined bark, okay, but we have never defined it inside dog. Okay, so there are two methods. One is we can just copy and paste it, but this type of method is not accepted when we have huge code. Okay, you can copy one piece of code, you can copy millions of code, thousands of code. That is quite hard, no? So instead of that, okay, in order to access this feature inside this class, okay, what we do, we simply put inherit it, okay, by using this thing. So as we inherit from the parent class, then what it becomes is it becomes derived class. Okay, it becomes parent class or base class. So now the animal is acting as a parent class or base class, and this dog is acting as a derived class. Okay, so now if I will run this code, then could I be able to access the feature? I want to see it. Yes, I am able to access the feature. Okay, even though in the object of dog, even though inside dog I have not defined this eat feature, okay, but I am able to access the feature. Okay, it is because of inheritance. Okay, and this type of inheritance in which there is only one parent class or only one base class. Okay, so here you can see there is only one parent class or base class. This type of inheritance is called single level inheritance. Okay, so now we will move on to multi-level inheritance. What does multi-level inheritance actually means? We are going to learn about multi-level inheritance. At first, we in our dog class we have inherited from the animal. Okay, so as we have inherited from the animal in our dog class, it is said to be as derived class. Okay, but it is a derived class from base class or parent class. Okay, so what if I will make another class called puppy, and now I will define the inherit from the dog class. Okay, so it is a derived class. You can see that it is a derived class, but not from base class, but it is a derived class from our derived class dog, from derived class. Okay, so you have to understand that. And let's see here in this class we will define a feature called play. We will say it as self. Okay, the puppy plays. So here, as we can see, there is the involvement of derived class and there is the involvement of base class. Okay, but in our single level inheritance we were able to see the involvement of our base class only. Here we are able to see the involvement of base class and derived class. So now, could it be able to access the feature of us? Okay, we will make an object at first. Let's say that object as p1. Could it be able to access the feature of p1? We will see that. Yes, it is able to access its own feature. Okay, now could it be able to access the feature of the derived class? Let's see. Yes, it is able to access the feature of derived class, but could it be able to access the feature of animal? Let's see. What was the feature of animal? 8. Yes, so as we can see, our derived class, which is created from our derived class, is able to access the feature which was bark of our derived class, and this derived class is also able to access the feature of animal. Okay, so it is able to access the feature of bark, and it is able to access the feature of animal as well. Okay, and it is created using a chain. Okay, so what type of chain is here is, like you can see, there is a base class at first, and then is derived class, and there is a class which is derived from derived class. Here the derived class will be able to access the feature of base class only, but here the derived class which is created from this derived class, it will be able to access the feature from base class and our derived class also. Okay, that is a type of our multi-level inheritance. For example, you can see another example here. Base class appliances is able to access the feature, has a feature turn on, it inherits the feature turn on, but our washing machine, it inherits 2 features. Okay, turn on, which is from the derived class, and washing clothes, which is from the base class. Okay, so that is multi-level inheritance. And now we will move on to another part, which is multiple inheritance. Going to learn about, so now we are going to learn about okay, multiple inheritance. Okay, the final part. So here there is a chain. What is the chain is, we have created a derived class, and from the derived class, and the derived class is taking from the base class, inheriting from the base class, and we have created another derived class, and the another derived class is inheriting from the derived class. Okay, and now what will happen if we just break this chain? Okay, this chain is broken. Now we will not be able to access as we used to access previously. Okay, for example, so if I will just do python mli.py, it will show an error. Okay, so why it is showing error is because we have not put the features of dog and animal inside our puppy. So how could we do that? So there is 2 methods. Okay, we will just put animal here, and we will just put dog here. Okay, but this type of method, this is one method, it is multi-level inheritance. I have already made you understand. But what we could do is, we could generally do is, okay, we could generally define the dog class here. Okay, I have defined the dog class, and we could just generally define our animal class also here. Okay, so now here you can see that this class is inheriting not only from our dog class, but it is inheriting from our animal class as well. Okay, it is not only inheriting from dog class, but this class is inheriting from our animal class as well. Okay, and if I will just do p1.bark, could it be able to access the feature of dog? I just want to see that. Oh yeah, it is able to access the feature of dog, but could it be able to access the feature of animal? Animal feature is 8. Okay, so yes, it is able to access the feature of animal as well. Okay, so multi-level inheritance, you have already understood, that is formed creating a chain, but multiple inheritance, it is not formed creating a chain. Okay, what we simply do is, inside this bracket, small bracket, we just define our classes and inherit from the, not only from one class but from multiple classes. Okay, we not only inherit those, but we inherit their features as well. Okay, for example, we have defined here 2 classes, dog and animal. We have inherited from the dog, and we have inherited from the animal as well. Not only we have inherited the feature of dog, but we have inherited the animal feature as well. And in order to do this, we don't have to create any chain. So this is multi-level inheritance. Okay, in which we inherit not only from, okay, in which we inherit not only from dog but from animal as well. That is not only from one class but from many classes. So if